Boxing Day, chilling with Fraser and Doris. That's why I met my brand new best mate, Jake Morris. Ollie B's got with me and Squeak in the forest, testing all the mushrooms like which one is the hottest. Yeah, we came across these pills that drove us through a cave, so we jumped right in, we knew how to behave. Hopping around the country to every dodgy rate. We weren't rich kids, now we really have to save. That's right, broke man, we nearly broke this day. But deep down, we both getting pretty brave. Making a mark, making it clean, I'll never give up. She's driving that beamer, then make a shot, get it bit lean, I'll never give up. She's making a screamer. Let's get high, get a bit warmer, light this up like a transformer. That's right, I'm a cocaine roller, Thomas Tank and a fat controller. The old days, man. Big up JJ and the stars. Back to the days when we were spitting, man. Yeah, spitting lyrics like. Here we go with the mic phenomenon. I can't believe it's coming on. It's coming on quick, it's coming on strong. When I'm in the mic phenomenon, I get the vibe, what's going on with the drum bass. Now jump along. The real vibe is coming on. Now I'm in the mic, now I'm in the mic, now I'm in the mic phenomenon. Listen, they're all wrong. The last of us, we're long gone. I'm here for the take, it's make or break. Now I'm in the mic, now I'm in the mic, now I'm in the mic phenomenon. Here we go, up with the flow, up with the bass, on with the flow. This one's up, get on, now hold it up, frappuccino. Grab yourself cappuccino, what you say no to the crack and the blow. Hold tight, I'll Power Ranger. Intergalactic Darth Vader, coming to shoot in the Death Star, making you pull your lightsaber. Use the force to make you braver, turn you into a true savior. That's right, seal that waiver, big it up my vibrator. Done ya a massive favor. Oh yes, it's time to talk about the Christ. Don't ever get me started on the Christ psychosis. It's got me popping meds like I can't control this. I wanna leave it there like my mother don't know this. I turn to the knife, I wouldn't endorse this. I nearly took my life down to plenty of forces. I listened to my eyes, I was searching the sources. I turn to the Christ, now I'm setting the courses. My senses are alive and I got reinforces. I never ever turn into the Christ psychosis. When the armor of God, yeah, want you to know this. Never ever go into a Christ psychosis. You're not safe there, you have been bestowed this.
Ecstasy.
Felsted, I was mugged to you from very first sight, right? I came from a rough school, yeah, from a great height, that's right. So say what you like. HRS in history forever, for life, right? We never ever got on the pipe. While Felsted was sitting there sipping the delight. Let's not even go there, keep it out of plain sight, right? Just like how J-Long 2 used to fight. Films from the 90s were defo right, just saying, yeah, oh, just being polite. Never mind though, I was rebellious one. Used to sniff a bit of Charlie and drink loads of rum. Did a lot of raving, hold it up my son. Even Mr. Floppy couldn't keep me in his sack. Was I black? Sort it out, Jay, get your life on track. Get a little faster, salute to the headmaster. He bended to the left, yeah, he couldn't really hear us. It made him slightly deaf, yeah, he wouldn't get near us. The greatest thing was that he never ever fear us. Oh no. The major problem was I had him stuck in a trance. That's why deep down he always gave a second chance. If too much of squeaky boy stoned him to school. He didn't need a rude boy pissing in his pool. He even got suspended in the very first week cause of squeak. Oh no, they wouldn't let go, no. We couldn't even speak cause I squeaked. The diagram of equations was definitely incomplete. Why? Cause of squeak. He taught me how to really dust my feet to the beat, so the rhythm was complete. Oh yeah. The number one reason I was slamming my feet to the bass, to the bass of the beat. That's right. Yeah, the boy's name was we was all there cause we thought we knew Squeak, but we didn't really know him, he couldn't even speak. Then one day, yeah, it really wasn't sweet. They knew what we had for breakfast and all we had to eat. So they conquered the felt at 6 that afternoon. Just like the Matrix, like trying to bend the spoon. Caught up asking questions from morning till noon. Then we raise up the lights, hold up the burn. They had stuffed the fucking chicken, had it wrapped by the beef. It was loaded with lies, it was full of deceit. And the truth about the matter was that Squeak couldn't speak. It was getting pretty grimy, we were getting rather weak. Was it a game, a plan of hide and seek? They thought they knew who he was, they had had a little peek. But the answer to the question here was, who the hell is Squeak? Squeaky, who was he? We're all proper grounded and watching TV. They popped up, cropped up, opened up a question, opened up a door to a greater explanation, to a higher purpose and a relevant intention. They were just getting ready for a new intervention. That's right, yeah, a murder prevention. It even got me further into detention and gave a good reason to the theory of dissension. A relatively simple but great explanation to the never ever ending tie of separation. We even just got a little more inspiration and moved through that door of full intoxication and soon full annihilation. Yeah, right, raw to the core, stiff to the rich and steal from the poor. Back to the question that they just couldn't ignore, the biggest solution that they never ever saw, greatest conclusion they would never ever agree. Who the fucking hell was the real actual squeak? COD, COD, murder we speak. Who the hell is God? Beware what you see. Code of the devil through the cracks and the creek. On another level, evil you speak. Just like every rebel, do the dance of the squeak. Are you gonna dance with the devil? Picking up the heat, I said homicide complete. Now the time's come to feel that trouble. Stashing all the weapons and you're dancing in the street. Do you really wanna go to that level? In the throne of glory and you're rushing off your feet. Now you're shorting R&B and you're dealing for the devil. Do you really wanna go to that level? Said that's right, yeah, you're dealing with the devil. It up, gear it up, jump into the hyper-criminal soldier, Ben Turner, the gunner, he motherfucking sold her. Listen to the hyper-criminal foolish one, picking up that bass and drum, turning to the only thing that mattered, the gun. He knew he was the foolish one when he's sitting there necking back a bottle of rum. He knew right then that the time had come, fucking over and done, forget the fun, it's time to run. Open the gateway to the door, keep your feet moving, slamming the floor. I said slamming. Slamming the floor, keep your feet moving, open the door. You don't even know what card it's time to draw. I said slamming the floor. Look at me fella, got the key to the door. So here it goes, just a little bit more. I'm fucking slamming my feet, I'm fucking slamming the floor. That's right, should copy slamming my feet. And my will ain't done until the mission's complete. I spread the word about to everybody I meet. There's a reason, there's a motive why I'm slamming my feet. So move it up into a rolling stampede. Pick up the pressure, pick up your speed. Move it up into a rolling stampede. Remember, this is a sad story, guys. For everyone who dies, in the end, life's a tragedy. So this one goes out to my boys Scott Crick, Ollie and Jake, even sweet sister Amber Morris. To everyone who was there back in the day, even the ones that aren't here now. To all the crew who've fallen, we'll always have the memories in our hearts. I lived underground off a fucking Bishop Stortford. If you ask all around, it can get a little awkward. I've lived up and down through Brixton to Dartford. I keep on getting mugged by these little pricks in Hartford. Essex, black, blab, snap, now pop another cap. I forgot the whole world addicted to smack. Hired, fired, I'm getting rather tired. From the amount of work I've done, I should be retired. Yeah, that's right, you've left me feeling rather wired. Wake up world, I'm no longer inspired. I won't comply, no I won't do what is further required. Film industry, yeah, where do I start? You took that fucking bullet, aimed it straight in my heart, bullseye. Just like throwing a dart, you mess with my mind, took my entire part thinking. You're making profit from art, but film industry, yeah, you're not very smart. All you did was take me for a stroll in the park. That's where it gets just a little bit dark. I mash my thoughts together like the wood in the bark. But I'm moving on, still gotta make my mark. Film crew, fuck you, I'm the bigger shark. Said lights, camera, action. I ain't gotta clap it down or even a fraction. I'm the world's best director, that's my reaction. My story's got the tightest form of traction. And lifted by right up for Buckinghamshire. You're a bright, harsh teacher, a massive shout in the ear. Amersham, Cheshire crew, listen right up. I'll tell you the truth here, I don't give a fuck. Crack addicts, they form well bad habits. They'd even think of framing that fucking Roger Rabbit. That's right, they ain't no film fanatics. They're hanging there talking to the aliens in the attic, governing the earth, facilitating traffic. Don't wanna sound Joe very dramatic, but listen here, they're driving straight into a panic. Addicts, that's what humans are about. Some of them rob you blind for just twos on a snout. But this one guy, yeah, he really took their piss. Just sit there and second right, listen to this. A walker, talker, maybe you're a stalker. Blah blah, crack sheep, his name was Sean Walker. Always popping up, trying to sell me a quarter. Stealing everything and just selling it like water. Didn't even give a fucking shit about his daughter. I hope she's forgotten everything that he taught her. The last I heard, he went down for manslaughter. Smashed, battered, broken lock. He was strolling around this ghetto like a broken clock. Yeah, the time's come, fucking knock knock. Begging on the doorstep for another bell rock. I knew it right there, I knew it had to stop. Ollie B was hospitalised and Scott died in a crash. And that motherfucking wank was back looking for cash. I said fuck no, I'll give you a smash. Bash bash, he carried on his fucking whiplash. So we kicked the door down again, desperate for crack. With a broken lock in Cheshire, I knew they'd be back. Danny Bickle came and he bust through the door. My twin brother in the kitchen's what they saw. I'm gonna fuck you over if you come here, they swore. At that point, Brixie ain't tightened his jaw. He knew what to do, he started slamming the floor. I sat undercover, we were spying on the den. The death were coming out, the only question was when. But when the Jays couldn't catch him, so I picked up the pen. I wrote against the wall how I used to back then. But that wasn't it didn't stop there. I channeled a secret letter which told me beware. So I drove my car into a ditch cause Scotty was there. I was stuck in rubble, asking for trouble. But little did I know I was in a safety bubble. Then as I prayed to the one and only Crick, I got the funny feeling I was mentally sick. How long was I breathing? Get out of here quick. Had I been here too long, sitting in the grave for comfort and safety, I started to crave. The biggest lesson here is through hard times and strife, you can't ever escape the brutality of life. That was about the time I broke up with my wife, and exactly the moment I reached for the knife. Another car stopped, they started to stare. I can't tell the truth about what really happened there. It was motherfucking brutal what happened in that ditch. I've got my tooth broken cause life's a fucking bitch. Don't matter though, it could have been worse. But I'd served with some demons, it looked like a curse. My car was my armour as they kicked it right in. I'm spending time with a dead man, fucking pack it in. What was going on? Had I committed a sin? That's exactly what I was thinking as they smashed the Renault in. I prayed there was Scotty, boy you must stay within. Then the cops came, it was like a bad joke. They wanted to test me like I was on coke. I wasn't fucking mental, this is madness, I said. Wouldn't stop asking, beware where you tread. I told them to shove it, I wanted a bed. I was miles from home and I hadn't been fed. But I didn't have a chance, my rights have been read. We'll see you in court, the heartless felon said. They wouldn't believe me despite how I bled. And that's when it happened, I was sectioned for years. Left muttering heartbreak, redemption and tears. But the boys didn't get it, they were busy having beers. Again I turned to Scotty boy like I did through the years. I could feel his soul take me, he conquered my fears. He took me by the hand, it's the ultimate test. He really did have me since exile from next tread. Beware of the dead, you would rather it be you instead. Enough said. Until I integrate the Christ vibration, a candle ain't lit, I can't form my foundation. I'm not gonna quit till I've fucked up a nation, and I'm all fired up to save a generation. I call upon the power of the Master Don. That's right, Green Ranger, finish the song. I call upon the vibe of Jason David Frank. It's not that he died or Titanic sank, but he's the only one that I really need to thank. Cause my only other saviour was Thomas the Tank. But right now, I need the power sword. I'm gonna morph up into a megazord. I swear by the power of Christ and the Lord, I'm gonna do it by the power of the Dragon Zord. Someone manifest. Allow this Christ Savior to pick up this mess. Always remember when you're not highly blessed and you got a lot of matter right under your chest. It's time to manifest. You'll always be safe, you rely on their best. It's time, allow the Christ to manifest. Allow this Christ Savior to pick up this mess. Allow the Christ to manifest. When you're dealing with the matter and you cannot confess, you pick up your shoulder, let it burst out your chest. Allow it, let the Christ manifest. Can you feel the vibration? I hope it's no stress. Feel the weight lifting from under your vest. And don't excuse me if you want to undress. I thought you might thank me, and certainly yes, I triple confirm it, the Christ will manifest. Allow it, let the Christ manifest. Allow this Christ Savior to pick up this mess. Oh yes, you're simply the best. You've always been a love of the rest. Someone manifest. Allow this Christ Savior to pick up this mess. Allow it, let the Christ manifest. I thought you might thank me, and certainly yes, I triple confirm it, the Christ will manifest. I'll leave it right there, yes, I'll let it digest. Allow it to sink to the bottom of your crest. The Christ has risen and he knows you're the best. It's time to manifest. Now I'm gonna manifest. Allow this Christ Savior to pick up this mess. Here we go with the manifest. Now have a good evening, pick up your chest. Always remember you're highly blessed. Never give up, remember the rest. Manifest. Allow this Christ Savior to pick up this mess. 1, 2, 3 with the manifest. Dig to the bottom of that treasure chest. Overcome the ultimate test. 3, 2, 1 with the manifest. Never give up when you're highly blessed. Dig a bit deeper, surrender your best. Speak to the secret in the core of your chest. Now 1, 2, 3 with the manifest. And here goes for the final conclusion. I'm just lost in a mindset illusion. I said that's right, that's my final conclusion. I can't break through without the right kind of fusion. So I'm asking you to bend your illusion and ride through, suffering from mass confusion. And that's it, that's my final conclusion. I'm asking you to drop your illusion. When times got dark, yeah, I'll write to the screenplay. I analyze my life like it's on instant replay. I kept joining on like a constant relay. The words flowing through me like a gift from eBay. I wouldn't ever stop until I finished that screenplay. I wrote the writing on the wall right through to the scammer. That's right, yeah, then I picked up the hammer. I wrote the abattoir and I stuck it in my planner. And I promise you now, I won't start or stammer. I've got it on my chest, I'm not living in glamour. The camera is rolling and I'm flicking up the gamma. And one day I'll make for the stage. I'll make a star forever, no matter his age. I'll turn inside, I'll turn to the page. I got all the words inside me, I'll bow to the stage. There was one more thing that happened in that ditch with Scott Craig. It led me closer to you. It's not about chasing impossible dreams. In the end, it's who holds your hand through the darkest of times. Whatever happens from here doesn't matter. As long as we have each other through the tunnel of life and death, I'll always be yours, baby, and love you forever. Whitney, Jacqueline, Smith. And that's it, I'm through with slamming the floor. I said no way, it's just getting too sore. I've been to all the places and I knocked on the door. There ain't nothing for no one cause they always want more. So let's settle this up, yeah, let's even the score. I found everything I need through my heart center core. I'm here for one thing, that's peace, not war. I've had it, yeah, I'm through with slamming the floor. I turn to my true self every time that I'm poor. I'm turning the key and I'm locking the doors. And there's one more thing, I'll say it once more. I'm the only incarnation that you'll never explore. I'm the only one being you could never ignore. Like I've told you once, yeah, I've told you before. But you'll never ever listen cause you're too busy slamming the floor. I said slamming the floor.